Ah, yes. Thomas. I'm sure you all know who he is by now. But, in case you don't, let's do a small recap. He's a blue tank engine, works on the island of Sodor. He has 6 small wheels, a short stumpy boiler, a short stumpy funnel, and a short stumpy dome. He's worked on Sodor for many years, always going to and fro. But, have you ever wondered where it all began? Well, let's take a trip back in time, specifically to the year 1915. Thomas used to work in Paddington, one of the many stations in London. One morning, he puffed out of his shed, ready for another long day of hard work.
Morning, you guys.
Good morning, brother.
Morning, Thomas.
Ready for another day?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Thomas!
Came a snooty voice. Just then, a large LMS tank engine stopped abruptly.
Oh, great. Archie.
And just what do you think you're doing?
Well, if it wasn't strikingly obvious, I literally just woke up a minute ago.
I don't give two puffs what you're doing. Go fetch my coaches.
But why does it always have to be me? You have 1432 here, Stephanie's right here, and also Tracy.
Like, why can't I just do it? Or better yet, why don't you fetch your own coaches?
Because shunting is a job for small engines like you. Us bigger engines are far too important to be mingling with trucks all day.
Can't you just have Tracy do it? She's literally right here.
Well, she's farther away and you're closer. Now hurry up, you little worm. I won't be telling you again.
Thomas rolled out of the shed, fuming.
Big bossy boiler. What do big engines always think they can boss us around like we're slaves? The staff don't even do anything about it either. I wish there was some way I could get back at them. You know, one-up them.
But then, a very cheeky, yet devious idea flew into his funnel.
Ah, I know.
Thomas, what are you getting at this time?
What if I pulled the express instead of big old Archie?
Now, Thomas, we know better than to stop you, but please be careful this time. We don't need another accident.
Relax. I'm just pulling some coaches.
When will he learn? I just don't know.
After shunting the coaches onto the platform bay, Thomas backed onto the train, more excited than ever. When he looked over, he saw a large tender engine waiting at the other platform. He looked grand and important.
Oh, hello there. I haven't seen you before. Who are you?
I don't officially have a name yet, but the people who I work with just call me Gordon. I am an important and very fast express engine, and the first of my kind. Who might you be, little tank engine?
My name's Thomas. Pleasure meeting you, Gordon. I'm pulling the express for the mainland.
Are you sure that's for you? No offense, but you seem a bit too small and weak for such a big task. Thomas was caught slightly off guard and quickly made up a lie on the spot.
Yes, it is. They're just letting me experience what it's like to pull the express.
I think not.
Oh, come on. Why now?
Archie screeched to a halt in the station, fuming with anger.
What nonsensical dilly-dally are you up to now?
Oh, you know. Just pulling the express like a really useful engine.
Move away from my coaches. You're embarrassing me in front of that big engine over there.
Gordon was having too much fun watching Archie getting shown up.
Sorry, Archie. How about you go back to your shed and go vent for the 1000th time there instead of here?
What did you just say?
Smell you later, fat face.
But as Thomas went to move the coaches, he found it hard to pull the heavy weight.
Come on, move.
Thomas, get back here this instant. Wait until the controller hears about this.
Thomas was having much fun as the wind gracefully crested his spoiler and funnel.
Woohoo!
He slipped through the station quietly, hoping he wouldn't be spotted by the controller. He almost made it past when he noticed the controller was waiting at the platform. Oh, he looked very cross.
So tell me, 105, what exactly are you doing here with Archie's train?
Oh, there must have been a mix-up.
Really now? Because I have the schedule here with me and it clearly says that Archie is scheduled to pull this train. On top of that, he found me earlier and told me that you purposely took it from him. What do you have to say for yourself, 105?
I'm sorry, sir. Won't happen again, sir.
It better not. Now go back to the yard where you're supposed to be.
Yes, sir.
Thomas puffed sadly back to the shed. When he got back, Archie was waiting with a sly grin on his face as his coaches were coupled up to him.
Well now, it looks like I was right. Small little tank engines such as yourself aren't fit to pull the express. Oh well, not like anyone cares.
Thomas just sighed and looked down at his buffers sadly. Later that night, Thomas backed into his shed, exhausted after a long day of work. The controller approached him.
Ah, 105, there you are. There's a late night goods train that needs to be taken from here to Beresford Station.
With all due respect, sir, I've never pulled a goods train before, let alone travel as far as Beresford.
You're the only engine available at the moment. But no need to worry, 105. It'll be easy. Just drive safely under the speed limit, watch the sharp turns, and you should be okay. And remember, I expect you to do your best. Now off you go.
Yes, sir. I'll do my best.
But Thomas felt worried. He was afraid something bad could happen to him while he pulled the goods train.
Surely it can't be that bad, right? I mean, for the most part at least.
He backed onto his goods train and was fitted with the 3 lamps on his running board.
You trucks better not try anything silly. I'm in no mood for no accident tonight.
And he set off into the night. The trip was going smoothly at first, but the sheer weight from the heavy goods train began to take its toll on poor Thomas.
Almost there.
Then there was trouble. Up ahead, there were broken points on a sharp turn, and Thomas was going too fast. The weight of the goods train pushed him forward.
Oh no, I can't stop. Help!
Thomas quickly applied his brakes, but it was too late. Luckily, no one was hurt. But poor Thomas had been knocked off the rails by the broken points and the heavy freight trucks.
Just my luck. I'm already on thin ice and now the controller's sure to send me away. Not good at all.
It was morning when Stepney arrived with the breakdown train. The controller stepped out of the workman's coach and approached Thomas.
I swear it wasn't my fault this time, sir. There wasn't any danger sign put up, and the trucks pushed me off the rails.
Doesn't change the fact that you weren't careful like I had told you, 105. You should know how to handle trucks with more care. Maybe if you did this wouldn't have happened. Once you're back on the rails and repaired, resume work on the yard.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
Without saying another word, the controller left as Stepney brought the cranes into position.
Sorry, Thomas. But don't get too down on yourself. We all make mistakes as we learn.
I've made one too many mistakes already, Stephanie. I'm worried the next mistake I make might be my last, if you know what I mean.
Later that afternoon, Tracy had just finished shunting Stepney's train in place, as Stepney backed into it.
Thank you, Tracy. Have a good one.
Bye, Stephanie. You too.
When he left the yard, Archie came storming in furiously.
Oi, Tracy, where's that little tank engine with my coaches? The express is due soon and I don't want to miss it.
He got into an accident late last night, so he's at the works and won't be back for a while.
Okay then, you go fetch my coaches.
Well, as you can clearly see, I'm kind of busy with my own work here.
You seem to be misunderstanding the situation here. I'm not asking you to fetch my coaches. I'm telling you to get them for me, and you will do so right now.
I won't have to take any orders from you, Archie. Just because you're bigger than me doesn't mean you're my superior. Now why don't you go fetch your own coaches for once? You'll see what wonders it does for you.
Gosh, these little tank engines are becoming too independent. One day someone ought to fix that.
Sometime later, Thomas was repaired and had returned from the works. He was sent back to work in the yard when Archie rolled up to him.
Took you long enough. I had to shunt my own coaches because your no-good sister wouldn't do it. And you were off being repaired for being careless.
So by that, you mean you were actually being useful instead of throwing an insult at everyone within a 3-mile radius? Well, would you look at that?
Shunting is not a suitable job for a big important engine such as myself. It is simply baby work that is meant for the likes of you small pathetic little tank engines.
Well, if you're so important as you claim to be, then how come I got to pull the special goods train last night, and you didn't?
I was too busy pulling the express. You wouldn't know anything about that because you're too small.
It's funny because despite you being the bigger engine, you're also a tank engine. So if anything, you aren't all that important.
Thomas ran off giggling to himself happily. Archie was left furious.
I swear, it's like talking to a bunch of unintelligent rodents.
That's it. Give it a break, will you?
It was Stepney. He finally had enough. He crossly stormed out of his shed, confronting the bigger engine.
Having to work with you in the same unit is already one thing, but having to listen to you constantly complaining and complaining about the most minuscule things day in and day out. It just drives me nuts each and every time, Archie. Just grow up already.
Honestly, he's right. I can't even recall the amount of migraines you've given me just by your complaining alone.
Oh, for goodness sakes. What is it with you two and...
Don't you even think about it.
Just then, 1432 stopped beside Tracy and Stepney. He was the most cross of them all.
We get it, Archie. You're big and you do important work. So what? Every day there's always something that you have to whine and complain about. Just give it a break already. Learn to shut your gosh darn mouth and do your job like you're supposed to do instead of having us do everything for you like a little prince baby.
Everyone was left speechless, especially Archie. Even Stepney wasn't sure what to say.
Well, I guess that's that then.
Boy, you could say that again. He finally got what he deserved, at least.
The two tank engines said nothing more as they went back to work. Later that evening, the three were chatting amongst themselves in the shed.
I heard that the stations there are beautifully decorated, and the controller there is super nice towards steam engines.
That sounds amazing, actually. Sure would love to visit that place.
Just then, Thomas backed into the shed after doing some last-minute shunting.
Hey everyone, what are we talking about over here?
You haven't heard? There's a new railway that just recently opened near Barrow and Furnace.
New railway? What new railway?
It's called the Island of Sodor. Apparently it's run by a controller with a very important lineage.
Wow, that sounds amazing. Sure would be nice to go work there. Wouldn't it be cool if he sent one of us to go work there tomorrow?
Don't be silly, Thomas. You know how our controller is. He'd never send any of us there. All he cares about is getting work done, his precious wife, and that's pretty much it.
Well, you'll never know. Anyways, it's getting late. I have lots of work to do tomorrow. Should probably get some sleep. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Night, Thomas!
Good night, you guys. Sleep well.
Finally, I can sleep now.
Early the next morning, the controller had arrived at the shed and began to assign the engines their jobs for the day.
Same jobs as usual. Stepney, goods trains.
Yes, sir.
104, shunting.
Yes, sir! Right away, sir.
1432, the local.
You got it, sir.
And Archie, express duties.
I wouldn't expect anything less from you, sir.
Then, the controller turned to Thomas.
And what about me, sir? Will I be shunting in the yard with Tracy today like usual?
Not exactly 105. I spoke with the railway controller of the recently formed railway Sodor, and he'll be working there on loan as a station pilot and a shunter for a short while. You'll be heading there effective immediately.
Thomas couldn't believe what he had just heard. He smiled proudly from buffer to buffer.
Oh, yes, sir. Thank you, sir. I'll be ready to leave right away.
Very well then, 105. But first you should probably fill up on coal and water, seeing that the journey's a bit long. And while you're at it, maybe a quick wash down will do. Other than that, I bid you farewell, number 105. Goodbye and take care.
As the controller walked away, Thomas excitedly went to get ready. But before he could, Archie rolled into the yard.
Ah, Thomas, there you are. I expect my coaches to be waiting and ready at the platform in 5 minutes. Now chop chop, I don't have all day.
Well, actually, Archie, I don't think that'll be happening this time.
Oh really? And why is that?
I'm being sent away to Sodor on loan for a few days. Meaning, I won't be here to shunt your coaches. Have fun doing it yourself.
Wait, no! Get back here, you!
Thomas got a good washdown and filled up on coal and water. Before he left, he went to say goodbye to his friends.
Tracy, Stephanie, guess what? Guess what?
What is it, Thomas?
And why do you look all excited?
I'm being sent away to Sodor on loan. Can you believe it?
Wow! Good for you, brother!
That's marvelous news to hear, Thomas.
But then, Tracy's face and tone became more serious.
But you will be back, though, right?
Of course, Tracy. I'll only be gone for a couple of days. I'll make sure to tell you all about it when I get back. Goodbye, guys. I'll see you all soon.
Goodbye, Thomas! Have fun!
Goodbye, Thomas. Safe travels.
Do you really think he'll be back, Stephanie?
Well, Tracy, you know what? Take my advice. Knowing your brother, I'm sure he'll be back soon.
Thomas then set off towards the island of Sodor.
Why does he get to be sent away to prestigious new railways while I'm stuck here with you buffoons all day?
Shut up and quit yapping, Archie. Be proud of him for once in your life.
After a long and time journey, Thomas finally found himself at a large station, he was left in awe at how grand it was. At the platform, a well-dressed man in a black top hat stood, seemingly waiting for him. "Ah, you must be my new tank engine. What is your name?"
I don't really have a name, sir, but my friends on the other railway just call me Thomas.
Yes. A very sophisticated and smart name, no doubt. I like it. I am Sir Topham Hatt, the controller of this railway. And, as a temporary engine on my railway, I expect you to work very hard. Do you think you can do that for me, Thomas?
Oh, yes, sir. I'll do my best, sir.
Marvelous!
Just then, a red tender engine with the letters FR rolled into the station.
Ah! Thomas, here is Edward, one of the island's most experienced engines.
Pleasure to meet you, Thomas. Hello there.
Edward, please show him around. I leave you to it. Good day to you both.
So, Thomas, do you have any experience with anything? I only have a little bit of experience with shunting, but that's pretty much it. Do you think you can show me the rope before I move on to bigger things? Well, look no further, young Thomas, because I believe that it's safe to say now that the adventure begins.
He's a really useful engine, you know. All the other engines, they'll tell you so. He huffs and puffs and whistles, rushing to and fro. He's the really useful engine we adore. He's the one. He's the one. He's the really useful engine that we adore. He's the one. He's the number one. Thomas, the